Hi, I'm Kirsten,
Hi, I'm Sasha.
and this is Mess
We're
Magnets.
back, baby.
That's right, reunited, and it feels so good.
And definitely misunderstood.
Period.
Oh my
Um,
god.
yeah, sorry that I was out last week. I needed a minute.
It
I'm
is what it
sorry.
is. Oh my gosh.
But we're here.
Yes. We're here. We're living our best life. And listen, just there's like a lot going on in the political world, but
Yeah.
not a lot going on in the mess world.
Yes, and I'm trying to be allowed into the US in October, so we're not going to talk about politics.
I'm just trying to be positive in my life. So I can't. Like, I literally cannot do that to myself.
Extremely fair. Extremely fair. But that's okay. You know what? Normally, this time of year, we always run into this issue of the celebs not really celebbing.
Yep.
And that's okay. We're going to do our best. We're going to give as much commentary and info as we can. And this will probably be a bit of a shorter episode. So apologies
Yeah.
to anyone who wants more, but we're just two girls with an internet connection. That's all we can do.
Okay, we're trying here. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And not great
Um
internet connection for some reason for me today.
yeah, and the internet connection is not that good. But we're doing our best. You can also join us on the youtube.com/
Yes.
at mess.magnets. If you want to help support the show, maybe help make that internet connection, a little bit better, you can go to patreon.com/ mess magnets. We've got a couple of Patreon episodes up there with a third coming soon, a little group chat with the messengers,
Yes.
and it for less than the price of one coffee per month, you could help us out greatly. Because like a coffee isn't. Remember when it was like, oh, $5 for a coffee? How dare you? You tell me coffee's $5 now? I'm like, oh, a bargain, a deal.
Remember when $5 was gas money? Whew.
Genuinely no, but gas has always been more expensive in Canada.
Correct. Oh my gosh. Fair, fair, fair. Oh my god, when I lived in Oklahoma, but now it's like low in Oklahoma. But when I tell you, living in the Bay Area, stupid.
Yeah,
Just
I live on an island, so everything's more expensive because it has to come
yep.
across in a boat.
Fair, fair.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh.
But that's okay. We're just doing our best. Sasha, I missed you last week,
I
though I did
know.
get to listen to Mess Magnets, which is the underrated benefit of taking a week off,
Mhm.
is getting to be a messenger for the week.
Just the best. Okay, I love it. So yes, we're happy to have you back. Thank you to Scally again. And listen, let's get started today.
Yes, let's get into it. So we're gonna start with the like sad/weird stuff.
Correct. Yeah, we have to start with, of course, Trisha Paytas' child or son is born. And of course, with that comes a famous death. And maybe folks didn't know this before, but when Trisha Paytas' child a child into this world, someone famous goes bye-bye. The
Yes.
first daughter, when she was born, Malibu, right?
Mhm.
Then the queen died.
Mhm.
And and then second child, when they were born, Pope Francis died. And now we were all like, well, who will it be? Turns out like a portal was
I
opened.
Yeah, but it's also like, for the record, her second daughter, Elvis, was literally born in 2024, and
Yeah.
everyone's like, "Nope, it was the Pope," and the Pope died in April of 2025. So, like, it's a tenuous
Oh,
conspiracy
so
theory.
no, I don't
It's
count the
it's
Pope
te
then. Why did I
it's
think?
tenuous at best. No, because
Yeah.
everyone says, "Oh, it's the Pope. Oh, it's the Pope." No, 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 no. Like, maybe this baby she just had could be the Pope. But, like, I think 2024, was kind of
Yeah, no, that math ain't mathin'. Okay, so
yeah.
well, I'm sure there was someone that passed.
No, but people do say it was the Pope. Like that's
Yeah.
literally like what the theory is. And so if you're on like Trisha Paytas conspiracy theory internet, you will see that the second baby aligns with the Pope. But this baby, it could be many people because this has been a really sad week filled with celebrity deaths.
But the thing is also, like, these have been so okay. So for the first one that passed, that I saw at least, was
Yes.
unfortunately Malcolm Jamal Warner, who played Theo Huxtable and like many
Yes.
other like famous roles. So he passed in a unfortunate drowning incident in Costa Rica.
Tragic. So
Yeah,
tragic. Like he was young, just in his 50s, like he was not sick or anything. So like very unexpected. I will say to media outlets asking for Bill Cosby's opinions, stop doing that. We don't care what that
yeah.
man has to say. Like, I understand they worked together a long time ago, and that's maybe the role that Malcolm Jamal Warner was like best known for, but like, stop that. Don't ask Bill Cosby about his opinion on things.
Like, it's so weird. Like, like, and when I was just looking up his name, that's the first thing. Oh, Bill Cosby's house. Baby, we do not give a shit.
We don't give clicks to stories about Bill Cosby. We do not give attention to Bill Cosby.
Yeah, like, what are
Like,
we
stop it.
doing here? So that already, I was like, shut the fuck up. But really unfortunate. But then this is the one where people are like, oh, this the baby. Because and
Yes.
there's two reasons. I don't know if you know the second reason. So of course, Ozzy Osbourne also passed
Yes.
away, and which was very much like in line with her child. But here's the thing. So Trisha Paytas' son's name, and I don't know if this is the official name. Like I think mentally I'm not like allowing that.
Mhm.
But the baby's name apparently is Aquaman.
I She also apparently wanted to name this baby Water
Water
Snake.
snake. Yeah.
So like listen, I don't know what's real, I don't know what's fake. She did name her first baby Malibu Barbie. So she's a deeply unserious person giving her
But
children deeply
Malibu, at
unserious
least I
names.
feel like fine. You know what I
Malibu's like
mean?
kind of a name. It's
Yeah.
not great. Like out of all the like cities you could be named after, it's not like a top city that you
Right.
name a child after, but it's not the
Especially when you
worst.
live in LA. Like, what are we doing here? Or in that.
Aquaman is crazy. I hope that's not true. I hope like I saw articles as well that they were considering like Noah Jr., which would be great, like
Mm-hmm.
a real name for a human.
Yep. And I wonder if like California will allow it, but I don't know.
Didn't California allow Elon's freaking archangel
Oh,
that
that's
spelled
true. That's
weird?
true. I don't know. Either
Eh,
way, so stupid. But yeah. And then here's the crazy part. And if
okay.
this is fake, no one fact check me. But I don't think it is. Um do you want to know who hosted Ozzy Osbourne's final show?
Who? Tell me.
Jason Momoa, who plays, for folks that don't know, Aquaman.
I'm sorry. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. This is the most ridiculous. I I got it when the queen died. But then no one died around baby number 2.
Yeah.
And then this one is just like everyone all died this week. And it's like Malcolm and Joel Warner was unexpected.
Mhm.
Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan, like I definitely was like, oh, it's a matter of when, not like it's coming. Like the last picture I saw of Ozzy Osbourne was truly looked like King Philip right before he passed.
Yeah. I
Of
think he has
like, oh, this person
Parkinson's.
or is like sick and like looks like they're
Yeah.
going to pass. It's too much. But you know what? At least we're done with this moving forward
Yeah,
because
yeah,
Trisha Paytas got her fallopian tubes removed. She's done.
yeah, but, there is one more, but, that
Yeah, they're
that hasn't happened yet. But anyway.
mm,
But maybe, we don't need the rebirth, so maybe that's why Trisha's done. But anyway, I just thought this is so ridiculous that Jason Momoa, who was
yeah.
Aquaman. Anyway, it's just like, what? What are the odds? You know what I mean? And of course, Hulk Hogan's racist ass is also dead. And then another one, who I don't know about, but I did like see online, Chuck Mangione, who's a musician, also passed. So a lot of like I said, just a portal seems to have opened.
Yes, and so he was a flugelhorn player, a trumpeter, a composer,
Yes.
and was a member of Art Blakey's band in the 60s, co-led the Jazz Brothers, and was the creator of the song Feels So Good. He was 84 years old. So again, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
to me, like it's always sad when like prominent people are passing, but when it's like they've reached or achieved like the kind of life expectancy from when they were born, I'm like, okay, well, at least they lived like a good full life. But it's like, for poor Malcolm Jamal Warner being in his 50s, like that's what really hits when it's young and not expected and
Yeah.
didn't get to live a full life.
Whew. Just
But yeah,
terrible.
everyone can stop dying now for the week. We
Yeah,
it's enough.
except, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it.
Not
But
everyone.
yes,
Yeah.
so I guess we'll have to wait and see as Aquaman grows up whose personality traits he has
Oh,
and
brother.
who this is. I saw someone post, it was Trisha's first picture with her new son, and it was like, damn, that's a lot of old souls in that household.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
It's not good. I'm troubled. I'm so deeply troubled by all this. Did you also see Trisha Paytas coming for James Charles' ass a couple weeks ago?
No. What the
Okay.
heck?
So this was a few weeks ago. James Charles had posted like a video complaining about like outside the grocery store where there's like the yellow line with like the bumps, which are meant to help like the visually impaired using canes to know like
Oh,
where the
okay.
road begins so that they're safe. And he's like complaining about these bumps and how like you go over with your cart of groceries and it like makes a mess and blah 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 blah. And Trisha Paytas, of all people, was like, this is for people who can't see, and if you can't understand that it's like people with a cane like really need that to mark so that they're safe, like what's wrong with you? Like, when Trisha Paytas is calling you out for being like a bad person,
Mm-hmm.
that's when you know you've really done wrong. Although of course James Charles has done a lot of wrong over many years, but still,
Yeah.
I was impressed with Trisha. I was like, okay, go off.
Listen, it's something about the broken clock twice a day.
Period. So true.
Oh gosh.
Okay, well, should we move on to our
Yes.
next little story?
Let's
Okay,
do it.
so I have put in here a little bit of Love Island USA season 7, kind of some updates, some postseason stuff. So obviously, if you watch Love Island season 7, make sure you go back to the We Know Love Island podcast and listen to myself and Brian
Mhm.
Scally talk about it. But there have been some social media updates. The first one I want to highlight is that Sierra is weird.
Yes.
She is a weird freak and her behavior is so strange. So she posted a reel this week and it's her like in a bathing suit in Greece. Um and the caption says, and like on the screen it says, "You look happier." And then it says, "Thanks. I booked a flight to Mykonos after surviving the villain edit on reality TV, and I didn't end up with the guy who never actually liked me and wanted my friend the entire time." And with the caption, "Passport stamps are like forehead kisses." Girl. So for anyone who doesn't know, Sierra was removed from the Love Island villa because she had previously used a slur towards Chinese people several times on social media. It was caught, there was receipts, there were screenshots. Um she came out and like posted a quote unquote apology video. Obviously, it is not up to me on if her apology is accepted or not, but in that video, she said, quote, "I was accidentally holding space for a racial slur." That's how she described
No,
it.
she's like so bizarro. And not only that, she was wearing a hoodie that said empath on it. Like, you
Yeah.
can't be serious.
It's like, be so for fucking real. Like, this woman is like, it's so sick, and you could tell she's so tied to like being an influencer and making her money on social media that
Mhm.
like I don't think you'll ever see a true real moment from her. She also like in her apology video started bringing up the backlash she got, in which like no, nobody should be calling ICE on her family or sending death threats,
Yep.
obviously. But it's like your apology video for your racial slur is not actually like the place to start bringing that up, I don't think. But again, not up to me on if the apology is accepted or not. I'm not gonna follow her, but she's being weird. And so she posted that of like, oh, I got the villain edit. And what I need you to understand, if you didn't watch Love Island season 7, she did not get a villain edit. She was
No.
getting the fan fave win the season edit.
Correct.
And then she kind of disappeared from the show once people started like coming forward with her post where she used a racial slur. And then she disappeared from the show, and then she was removed from the show. And if she thinks that's the villain edit, oh baby girl, like what are you doing?
It's ridiculous, like, actually.
And I'm sorry, someone who has to be removed from a show for having said a racial slur is the villain. It's not an edit.
Girl, and the problem is people still eat it up, so what do we do?
Yeah. I thankfully have curated my side of the internet so well that I'm only seeing people being like, put the phone down. She's acting so weird.
Yep.
So I do like that. But yeah, I'm sure there's people eating it up as well because it's like, oh, it's a pretty girl on the internet and she apologized. So I guess everything's fine. Which again, like, just remember, like, if someone has to apologize to a specific group or community, it's up to that group or community to decide if the apology is accepted, not anybody else. Okay, other than that, there have been a lot of interviews post-season that have been coming out. And this is why Scally and I can't get damn Exit Press because they
Yep.
get to go on like the biggest podcast in the world. So Amaya and Huda have both been on Call Her Daddy.
Mhm.
And okay, again, Alex Cooper is very conversational. And if you want to listen to a conversation, like, it's not a bad podcast.
Yeah.
She's not an interviewer. I'm sorry. It's you know what the first question she asked Amaya was?
What?
She said, "Who's your celebrity crush?"
Yes, girl.
That's the first question she asked. And Amaya said, Jacob Elordi when he plays Nate on Euphoria. And I was like, excuse me?
A child.
Danger. Like, you're in danger. The Huda interview, Huda talked a lot about her childhood and like
Mhm.
domestic violence and like a
Yeah.
lot of serious topics. But again, you know, Huda has shooters. And that's a more complicated conversation that we don't have to get into right now. Iris chose to do Long Winded with Gabby Windy as her first podcast, which I think is so funny. And also it does like it kind of shows like Iris is that cool girl that we thought she
Yeah.
was. But Shelly and Alondria did Baby This Is Kiki Palmer
Yes.
together, which is iconic.
It was not the best, but yes.
Well, yeah, was it the best interview? No, but it is the best podcast to go on out of
Yeah.
all. Like, if Kiki Palmer wants to talk to me, yeah, I'll go. I don't
Well,
care.
obviously. They even have a Shelly and Olandria even have one with Marlon Wayans. It's so funny. They're doing like
What?
they're doing the You Better Be Nice to My Friend. He's going on tour. And the friend is Marlon Wayans.
I'm sorry, I completely missed that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Ace has released a rap to all of his haters. Did you see this, Sasha?
I did not press play on it.
I didn't have the option. Someone sent it to me, and so I was like, okay, well, what is this?
Yes.
And like, you know what? I don't think it's my place to speak on the quality of Ace's rap.
Oh god.
Yeah. And then Huda's TikTok has been taken down. So she was up to 5 million followers when she got banned from TikTok, which is crazy. Cause like, for example, like, let me look up Serena. Serena, who won last season, has
Well, maybe Leah, right? Because unfortunately, I don't know that Black women from Love Island get that much love.
yeah, you're right. I guess Leah is the comparison. Let me see how many Leah is at. Because Leah has 5 million on Instagram, which
Yeah.
is crazy. To get 5 million on Instagram is crazy. And she also has 5.2 million on TikTok.
Yeah,
Um,
so that's more because Huda has 5.9 on TikTok.
that it's insane. For Huda to have more than Leah is crazy because like Huda was a controversial character, whereas I feel like
Yep,
Leah was pretty much universally
correct.
liked or like had like a very few detractors.
Yep,
Do you think
100%.
do you think Huda's buying followers?
Well, maybe not her, but do we think the hood rats are buying
The
followers?
do they call themselves the Hood Rats?
No, but I call
I think that Sierra might have called them the Hood Rats in a
She did.
comment and then got in trouble for
Yep,
it.
and that's where I got it from. Oh my
I mean,
god.
it is a really good stand-up name. They should take that. But Amaya says they're working to get it put back up, so we'll see.
I mean, feel like I'm looking at it right now.
Is it? Is she
Yeah,
back up? Okay,
yeah.
well then it got put back up in the last hour.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I believe so.
Wow. Well, good for her.
I think she's too big for her not to be on.
Yeah. But I also feel like TikTok doesn't play around when people like break the terms and conditions. Like I don't know why the account was banned, right? Or like was it just it
Fair,
might have just
fair,
been mass
fair.
reporting by people that don't like her.
Yep.
I don't she's in that level of followers where like the stan wars do happen. Like
Correct, correct.
I I don't even dislike Huda. Like I generally was pretty
Yeah.
pro Huda. I feel like she had some moments that were bad. I do think that some of her behavior should have gotten her removed from the villa with the way that she
Mhm.
talked to Jeremiah. Like if a man talked to a woman like that, we would want him to be removed. So I do think that that is only fair. That I do think she should have been removed. But you know what? After she wasn't removed, it seems like whatever the show psychologist said to her worked, and she was a new Huda. So we'll see about that. But yeah, that's what's going on with Love Island USA season 7 right
Yep.
now. I think they're gonna be filming the reunion very soon. Like it's
Okay,
gonna
I
the
was gonna
reunion.
ask that because, like, enough already, you know?
The reunion comes out like mid August, so I do think that
Ugh.
they'll try to film it like early August so that they can get like as close as possible to current drama.
Right, right, right.
But I think a lot more mess will come when they film the reunion, and then obviously the reunion will be wonderful, and then Skelly and I will cover
Lots
the
of
reunion.
unfollowings, so very exciting.
Exactly. So I'm excited to see it. Oh yeah, that's the other one. I was just like, oh look, Nick's not following Sierra, and it's like, yeah, why would you follow her? Why? Like,
His ex, technically.
I mean, and that's the thing too. Like, when she was pulled, they were told like she was pulled for breaking the terms and conditions of the show, and
Mhm.
so like yeah, no shit, you're gonna not associate with that person. Like, be so real.
And she's just been, like, posting, like we said, weird stuff about.
She's a weirdo. She's
Yep.
so weird. The way she talks about Nick and Alondria is crazy. Uh, it's fine. They're also going to be filming Love Island Games season 2 starts in September. And so I think a lot of people from season 7 will be on that as
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
well.
100%.
So more drama is incoming and I cannot wait for it.
Can't wait. We're ready. I bet Huda's gonna be on.
Oh, Hood is going to be there.
Yep. It's gonna be wild.
There's no way she won't be. Okay. Should we get into some quick bites?
Yes. So I just thought this was so funny and cute. If you're like a Dawson's Creek girly, because Katie Holmes and freaking Josh, what's his last? Not me forgetting his last name, Joshua Jackson.
Yes.
Even though I know, but they are filming a movie together. This is so wild.
Yes. So am I a Dawson's Creek girly? No, because the main character Dawson is unbearable. Okay.
Yes.
A testament to James Van Der Beek's acting because I do like James Van Der Beek. I just do not like Dawson. But from Dawson's Creek, Katie Holmes and Joshua Jackson played
Casey and
Casey
Joey.
and Joey, and they were like OTP, like such a good
Mhm.
couple. And so for a certain age range of millennials, seeing Katie Holmes and Joshua Jackson back together is extremely important. And so they are starring in like a, is it like a rom-com?
Yeah, so they're starring in a movie called Happy Hours. It's gonna be a film, but it's gonna be a trilogy, that Katie Holmes also ends up writing and directing. So it looks like this is gonna be a thing, and it seems like they're gonna be doing it back to back to back. So like as filming it.
Mhm.
So it's gonna be interesting, and I don't know. I'm excited. Constance Wu is also going to be in it,
Okay.
and a few more names. So I'm excited, but it seems like it's going to be following two people who navigate their relationships while also juggling, careers, family, love. And it's a character driven dramedy. So young loves who reconnect as adults.
Okay. I'll take it.
So
And
yep,
Katie
it's
Holmes
just
is
very funny.
writing and directing all 3
Yes.
movies. So good for her.
So yeah, I just thought that was really funny, and I had to include this. And they've like shared it online too. That they're like excited to do this. So here we are.
Yes.
And the next one is just so ridiculous. I had to share. Venus Williams is returning to tennis, and if
What?
you don't know who Venus Williams is, like, here we are.
Well, I
But
mean,
she's
wake
obviously
up.
tennis. Yeah, she's tennis superstar. She is just overall queen of everything. I don't know how else to say this. And Serena Williams' sister too, but she's older. So what's crazy is that she is coming back to tennis, not necessarily to be like, oh, I want to come back and like, kill it or whatever, whatever. She's coming back because Kirsten, this is the most American thing to ever happen. She needs health insurance.
No, I'm sorry. You're I okay. I'm sorry. If like
Yep.
someone the level of athlete and celebrity of Venus Williams is like, I need to go back to work to get health insurance, that's
Yeah.
how you really know there's a serious problem.
Yep. So basically, it's I don't like we don't know obviously the ins and outs, but all she said is I had to come back for the insurance. They informed me earlier this year I'm on Cobra, which is a like it's a whole thing. And she told people that so that's like I got to get my benefits on and starts training.
Oh my god.
And she's not lying. Cuz about that 6 years ago you're like she's saying you're actually telling the truth. Insurance is hard. Like she said all of this.
Oh my that's ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
screams in Canadian.
I know it's crazy work. And she like obviously also just got engaged to Andrea Peretti. But the fact that she's like needs to come back for health insurance is just had my head spinning, and I needed
Yeah.
to talk about that.
What could be more American than that?
Like what? Whew, but listen, she
I'm
won
dead.
her match, and I think she's the oldest player to win a
Okay.
WTA singles match. So
Yes, and she is 45, which is like for a professional athlete, that's like elderly.
exactly. So yeah,
Wow.
it's nuts.
I'm dead. I'm dead. This is
Mhm.
nothing could have prepared me as like that's what the
I
reason
know.
was.
That's why I didn't
Um
write too much else when I wrote she's returning to
yeah. No, I love that. I love getting surprised on podcast. We do have one update from last week when you
Yes.
talked about the Coldplay concert, which obviously I
Mhm.
didn't get to talk about the Coldplay
I
concert.
know.
Devastating to me personally, because it has been 90% of my feed is just talking about the concert, talking about everything. Like they dead ass could have just kissed and no one would have known about it.
That's what I'm
Like
saying. Why were they acting like that?
It's the reaction that caused the problem. I also saw someone post, I haven't seen a CEO hit the ground like that since December 4th, 2024, which is the day of Luigi, allegedly, But I did laugh at that joke.
The
Maybe I'm
memes are
evil.
outrageous. Like, people have lost their minds.
I love the ones of people being like, here's all the ways you could react in this situation. And that maybe won't go viral.
Did you see the part where he, like, put out a statement, like, blaming Coldplay?
Yes! It was an article in the Mirror.
He's so cool.
He's literally like, it was supposed to be a private moment, and like Coldplay made it public. And it's like, you're cheating on your wife. That is not Coldplay's fault.
No, but even okay, fine. Let's say it was a private moment, correct? Why are you on the kiss cam hugging? When
Yeah.
you see, hey, kiss cam is on, because I don't think the kiss cam started on them.
I'm not 100% sure, but like, if there's kiss cam, you got like what's Scally like, you got to be out of the stadium. You got to be in the aisle. You cannot be in the spot like looking all lovey-dovey. Like,
Like,
even just stand next to each other, just like clapping, and then you won't get chosen to be on the kiss cam. It's so silly. There is also a TikToker who is pretending that he's her dad, but he does not have daughters. He only has sons. So that was debunked pretty quickly.
And then there's like a thing going around that, like, from allegedly what his wife wrote, that is not her statement either. Just
oh my
FYI.
God, people are crazy. But can you imagine like working at that company and coming into work that day, or like you cut someone's hair who works at that company and hearing all the tea? Like, if you or anyone you know works at Astronomer, I'm begging you to slide into my DMs because I need to know what the atmosphere was like.
Exactly.
But yeah, so the update to that is that Kristen Cabot has resigned from her position at Astronomer and does not work there anymore. No, like, yeah, of course.
Because they were both like on leave. And then I guess this is the new thing.
Well, they work fast. They work very fast. But
ridiculous.
My sister today texted me because my sister teaches Pilates, and she was like, I guess she had a Coldplay song in her playlist, and she like made a comment about the concert, and none of the people in her class had heard about it. And like, I feel like people going to Pilates are like the prime demographic to know about the Coldplay cheating scandal.
Oh, hell
so my
yeah.
sister fully stopped the class to explain it to them.
That's actually really funny. I'm so
yeah, no, killed me. I was like, well,
oh
yeah,
my
it was
gosh.
Literally your civic duty to explain it to them.
That's like when the new pope was elected, and I was definitely at Pilates explaining to everyone, because they're like, ugh, like what? Granted, I go to Pilates in the Bay Area, so they're like, ugh, like, is he like, he's not the really liberal one, blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, but he's like American. He like da da da. So I'm like fighting for my life, trying to be like, no, but maybe it's okay. And then my favorite was this lady goes, yeah, because hopefully they don't. This guy doesn't meet JD Vance, because this one because he killed the Pope.
That's so funny.
Oh my God.
That's so good. Well, I mean, you did what you had to do. You provided the key information that you needed to provide.
Exactly.
And so did my sister. Shout out to her. But that is all we have for quick bites.
Yes.
Are you ready for an anonymous?
I'm ready.
Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, if this is your first Mess Magnets, every week we share a bit of anonymous gossip from one of our listeners, the messengers, which is what we call it, Annoy-mess. We do accept submissions. You go to tinyurl.com/messmagnets, and the Google form is there for you to submit your mess. Your identity will be protected unless you, of course, choose to go on another podcast and say, oh, hey, my divorce story is on an episode of Mess Magnets. Shout out to last week's Robin and Keepanita podcast. But although they didn't give the episode number, so you have to listen to all of them if you want to get the story.
Glam. Yeah.
So funny. But yeah, so we have a anonymous story this week. This is an update on mess that we read probably a couple of months ago at this point in time. And so this was a story about our messenger and their BFF relationship with a woman named Beth. Beth was dating like a very rich man. Every weekend, the rich man would go to be with his mistress, and on those weekends, Beth would hang out with our messenger. And it was described very clearly in that original mess. Like Beth had very particular needs in a relationship that I could not fulfill, and we were like, "What are the needs?" Like we jumped immediately to sexual. What does she need in the bedroom that you can't provide? Like, what's the issue? But we were wrong. The particular need was that she was not willing to date someone who did not meet a specific high income level. That's her particular need, and that need was mid six figures about 15 years ago. So like
Wow.
rich.
Okay, Beth. Okay.
Like, she had a certain needs, okay? And you know what? She knows her worth.
Damn, Beth.
And our messenger has a great middle class job, but it would never lead to a salary that high. And so that's what the issue was there. But there is a little bit more information. So occasionally when our messenger was out together with Beth, people would assume that they were in a relationship and ask how long they'd been together. They would just say, "Oh no, sorry, we're just friends." But a few times after the evening was over, Beth would literally pull our messenger aside and say, "Oh, I really enjoy spending time with you, but your financial situation is just not what I want in a relationship." And our messenger says that he would always reply, "We've discussed it before. You do not have to worry about me getting the wrong idea. Like, I know what we need." So shout out to our messenger for not like thirsting after someone who would never want him.
Correct.
We did hear about her past marriage as well, and she would talk about it with messenger, saying that they had met when they were both working on their doctorates, and it was great when it started, but the romance died and they got divorced. Her parents were also of middle class upbringing, so it's not clear where her obsession with needing someone with substantial wealth came from.
Well, that's probably where.
But it's like, I mean, middle class is fine, like, especially at this time period, right? It's like middle class was definitely enough. But she was always wearing clothing off the rack. She would always shop at clothing outlets, but she just was like obsessed with like the security of a super high wealth spouse. And our messenger was always curious about what went through her mind, knowing that every weekend her boyfriend would be sharing a bed with another woman. And that her boyfriend and other girlfriend would sometimes go on weekend getaways to other cities, and she would like vent about it to our messenger. But
Beth.
Like we didn't get any further kind of info because our messenger didn't really want to pry.
Got it. Fair.
Our messenger also brings up that they would love to get the side of the other girlfriend who is spending the weekends with a married man, and like what does she tell her friends and family? And so they say, hopefully a friend of this other woman in this love triangle mess is a Mess Magnets listener, and we'll send in the other side of the story.
Can you imagine? Please. Imagine one day we're able to bring this kind of mess together. We have peaked.
That would be the topmost power that we could ever get. And then our messenger did supply one more story about Beth in addition to these updates. So this is the story of Beth's 40th birthday party. So for this birthday, she picked a restaurant that you have to reserve 1 year in advance. Okay. And just remember, this is the woman whose like hobby is going to Michelin star restaurants.
Right.
Period. This restaurant seats a maximum of 10 people, and it is a 15-course meal, and it costs $200 per person. And again, 15 years ago, it was $200 per person. What? Okay, wait. $200 2010 in 2025 dollars. Let's see. Yeah, so that's like $300 a person today. About $294.85. So the birthday was during the week as well. So a weekday birthday party. And this was the first time any of her friends would actually meet the boyfriend. And I guess about half, so like 5 of the people at this table knew about the boyfriend having another girlfriend as well.
Oh my word.
Sasha, what would you do if you were at this birthday dinner and you know that the birthday girl's boyfriend has another girlfriend and it's $300 for your plate?
Oh my god, I'm not going. Like, honest to God, because this is so stupid. Like, why am I paying for mess? I
You're
get it
right.
for free on this podcast.
So true.
But I just think you gotta drop something. Someone needs to know.
Like, say something messy at the
Yeah.
table.
Yeah, 100%.
I love that. Our messenger was late to the event, and the last seat at the table was directly across from Beth and diagonal from her boyfriend.
See?
I'm like, messenger, that seat was saved for you because you're best bestie. Stop
Yeah.
it. It was obviously saved for you.
Mhm.
Several of the, I guess, 8 guests besides Beth and her boyfriend tried to engage the boyfriend in conversation, and he was just literally giving short answers, shutting down the conversation, like would not engage, and just kind of like sat quietly for the multi-hour meal for the 15 courses
Yeah,
approximately.
we gotta just yeah.
Yeah. Leading up to the meal, several of them were on a text chain together discussing like, is he gonna come? Will he pay for everyone's meal because he's
Right.
so rich? And like the bill for everyone would be like 1 week of his alimony paid to his ex-wife. Like he can afford it. Most like, why do they know how much he pays in alimony to his ex-wife?
Beth be talking.
Yeah, Beth just be saying shit, truly. What do you think? Do you think he paid for the meal?
No way. If
Yes,
he's not even trying to talk to y'all, he's not paying for the meal.
he paid for Beth and himself, but
Yeah,
he did
at
not pay for
least.
anyone else.
Yeah, he's just there out of obligation at this point.
I think he should have paid for everyone. If you're that rich.
No, he should have, but I'm saying there's no way he will.
Well, yeah, no, but that's how the rich stay rich, by
Yeah.
being completely not like this is the thing where it's like the richest person you know is the one who's gonna send you a Venmo request for like $2.50 because you
Where's
had
the
like
rest?
a third of their coffee.
100%.
Or like, oh, I
120%.
made you a coffee in my house. I gave you a poppy.
And here's my electricity bill.
Yeah, and keeping that poppy cold cost approximately 25 cents of electricity. And I charge this much for square footage in the fridge, and here's how much a poppy. Like, it's the richest people you know who are gonna nickel and dime you.
Ugh, yeah. At least he paid for Beth. At least. Okay. My gosh.
I mean, listen, Beth wants a rich husband, but she is not taking one who's not gonna pay for her.
But here's the tea. I think when you want a rich husband, sometimes like it equals you have to put up with the shit that some of these rich husbands be doing.
100%. And this is why, if you're looking to date someone, you should not be looking based on their net worth. You need to be looking for a generous man, not a wealthy man. Like dating like a middle class person who is generous is way better than dating a rich person who's going to be like, no, you still have to pay half the rent on this like expensive place that you can't afford or whatever. Like,
Correct.
that's just the way it is. But that is our Annoy-mess for today. I really wanted to get just this update in
Love it.
before like too much time passed and
Yes,
people wouldn't
yes.
remember like the original tea of like the Michelin star restaurants and the affair and all that stuff. Yeah.
No, I love it. Great job. And good job to our messenger for this
Yes.
hilarious update.
Thank you so much for the update. Like, we really do live for the updates to these
I
like, we get
know.
just these small windows of mess, and it means so much to us when the messengers are listening. They know that we read their mess. They give us the updates that we asked for. Deeply, deeply appreciate it. And if this story has brought up any sort of memories for you, send us your mess.
What happened 15 years ago? Let's make it happen.
Especially, it's 15 years ago. It's such low risk to share it with us. Because, like,
Exactly.
what's gonna happen? What are they gonna do?
Did
Nothing.
Beth ever find out about the boyfriend? Or the other girlfriend, sorry, I mean.
Beth knew the whole time.
Oh, yeah, Beth okay.
I
Yeah.
wanna know, what did the other girl know?
That's what yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
But I'm assuming they knew. Like, I'm sorry, if you're dating someone, you only see them on the weekend, like, it's giving second family.
Correct.
But yes, that is it for this week of Mess Magnets.
Yes.
Great job to both of us, per
Killed it.
usual. Sasha, where else can the people find you?
Yes, of course. I am talking Destination X. We're almost at the finale, or we are now at the finale next week. So we're having such a good time with Mary. So check out our coverage of Destination X plus all of our exit press over at weknowdestinationx.com. That is it for me. What about you?
Amazing. Yes, Brian Scally and I are breaking down Love Island Beyond the Villa, which is on Peacock Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Over on the We Know Love Island podcast, and popping in occasionally on the Big Brother stuff over on We Know Big Brother at RHAP. And you can follow me Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, Blue Sky at Kirsten Said What. And we will be back next week to talk about everything new in the world of celebrity gossip. And if you want more, again, you can go to patreon.com/messmagnets to help support the show as we have gone independent, and it just helps make the podcast possible. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you next time. Bye.